If you've ever driven up through Riverside County or Orange County, California, and you're heading on Interstate 15 at night going to Las Vegas, Nevada, and I can't imagine anybody wanting to go to Las Vegas, Nevada, after you get past perhaps Dale Evans Road or Harvard Road, and you're around the Hodge Road perhaps, before you get to the turnoff to Fort Irwin, you might see in the darkness off in the distance tiny points of light. You see these points of light to the north or the left and to the right of you as you're driving northward. Those are trailers parked out in the desolate wasteland from people who have purchased parcels of land, and they either live out there full time or they just live out there on the weekends. I've noticed that starting about 10 years ago, I saw those points of light out there, and last time I looked, I guess about 5 years ago, those 3 or 4 points of light have multiplied to 25 or 30 points of light. And you have actual trailer cities out there now, little townships, little like Burning Man communities out there. And most of those communities are crammed full of demented, crazy lunatics out there. They sleep with their AK-47s and they have tripwires around their property. You just trip the tripwire and alarm sounds and a light goes off and you get a warning shot through your heart. Those kind of people out there. My kind of people. And it is a damn shame that the places out there have become crowded. The people who went out there first went there to get away from people, and of course other people followed along, and now there might be 50 or 60 trailers out there in a like 100 square miles, and that gets pretty fucking crowded. So you want to find a piece of land where there is nobody, and fortunately there's still lots of places in Nevada, for example, where you can go, and you do not want to build on your land because that makes an improvement on your land, and the county tax assessor will then tax you on that improvement. Your building is an improvement. I suggest you bypass completely the zoning code requirements, your building code requirements, your foundation inspection fees, your wiring fees, your whatever the fuck fees, and do not build on the land. What you do is you buy a mobile trailer and you park on it, because of course a mobile trailer is not a residence, it is a transport. There's a YouTube user out there named Mobiltec, which I'm going to put a URL up here. He works with old trailers, and I don't know, perhaps he can find, if you're interested, find you one for $500 or whatever the fuck. And perhaps you can buy a mobile trailer for less than that. I would suggest, if you want advice from Mobiltec, I'm sure that he'll be kind enough to give it to you on if you buy a trailer, what the fuck do you want to do with it. My suggestion is to buy more than one trailer. You buy a 15-foot trailer that is, trashed and it's not worth shit. You get it for 20, 30, 50, whatever dollars or so. You haul it to your land. You take a reciprocating saw and screwdriver and crowbar, and you gut the thing. You just remove everything, and you make that the bedroom. What you do is you rip the shit out of it, and you then take fiberglass insulation, and you take a staple gun, and you staple the fiberglass directly to the wall. Then you cover that over with plywood, and then you paint your plywood, and you do that to the ceiling, and you make yourself a bedroom. You then get another trailer, a mobile trailer, in, maybe 25 feet or so, and you park that trailer door to door with your bedroom trailer, and you gut that, and you put in heavier insulation, because most of these trailers don't have decent insulation. You make that your living room. Then maybe you buy another mobile trailer, and you butt it on the, make an L shape onto your living space trailer, and you gut that, and you make that your kitchen. You will probably want to leave the fuck alone on the trailer's wiring, the AC wiring, because a lot of that shit is aluminum wiring, and you don't want to use your aluminum wiring, and you don't want to use that wiring that's in the walls anyways. And you will probably want to make a 12-volt DC lighting system, which you can staple along your plywood insulation wall. You just use your staple gun and you staple your 12-volt system on the wall, and you screw on a 12-volt RV light for your lighting. All of this is to be left on the wheels so that it is not a structure that you have built, it is transports that you have parked onto your land. And if you have to, you can take your reciprocating saw and cut a door in one trailer where there's no door and you need one. And you can also, if you were, energetic, you can even dig yourself a basement if you wanted to for, a root cellar, bomb shelter, store your ammunition, put your refluxing still if you're going to make whiskey down there. You'd want that ventilated, because if you're going to use propane to cook your mash, you want your fumes to get out. And you will also want to look at Microsoft's Terra server website. You want to look at the topographic maps for the parcel that you are interested in, or the parcel that you have purchased. You want to locate nearest source of water, if any. A lot of these worthless pieces of land out there, if you drill a well, all you'll get is alkaline, salty water, which might be good for washing, but you would need a reverse osmosis system to make that water drinkable, and then, of course, you're spending money, and then you need electricity or a generator or whatever the fuck to run your reverse osmosis system. But if you look at a topographic map and you see there might be a freshwater spring or two within 50 miles or so, you might want to visit those springs, see if they still have fresh water, and if so, see if you might be able to fill water tanks on your pickup, perhaps. If you got 50-gallon drums, 55-gallon drums, you might want to load 2 or 3 empty ones up on your pickup and bring it to that spring, and maybe you can fill them gravity with a garden hose. Or you can go to a rest stop along the highways. There's a couple really good ones on Interstate 40 for California, between Needles and Ludlow and whatnot, where they have water faucets that you can maybe fit a garden hose on and fill your water barrels or whatnot. And of course, water is heavy. And you drive back to your old homestead and you port your 55 gallons of water off of your pickup through a garden hose into a empty container. And then you take the empty container off of your pickup, and then you port your water on your now empty tank, and shift your water that way. And that is what is good for topographic maps. And of course, you're going to have to check out and see if those spring waters still have water in them. Some of that water you take a while for your gut to get used to, because it's got microbiological organisms in there, and it might give you the shits for a while until you've gotten used to it. So, mobile homes instead of building is the idea.